Hello everyone. Today in this session we will be discussing about one of the very important question that you should ask yourself, that should you start your own startup or not. Many a times students get motivated by several sessions and they feel that they should start their own startup. But let us deep dive within yourself and try to understand whether you should start your own startup or not. So let's perform an activity. Take a pen and a paper and sit silent in a silent place. For 5 minutes, take deep breaths and then ask this question to yourself. Why do I want to start my own startup? So say for example, you have made little bit of your mind that you would like to start a startup. Ask this question to your heart, that why do you want to start your own startup? And think about the answers that your heart gives to you and write down all those answers one by one in a paper. When we normally ask this question to the students that come up with a startup idea, I get many answers. Some of them can say that I want to start my own startup because I cannot work under anyone, because I want to be my own boss, because I want to enjoy holidays and I need freedom which I will not get in a 9 to 5 job. I want to start a startup because I hate doing job. Or else many of them would also say that I want to start a startup because I want to earn a lot of money. People may also say that generally startup founders are very famous. Today they are getting funding from several VC funds. So they are famous. So I want to earn fame. That's the reason why I want to start my own startup. So dear students, if you get any of this reason in your list, I would suggest please avoid startup. Do not start a startup if you get any of these reasons as an answer to your question to yourself. On the other hand, if you get answers like this, I want to start my own startup because I'm passionate to work towards solving a problem in a particular domain or a sector. So if you feel that you have something to contribute in a particular sector and you want to change or you want to improve that, then that's the reason why you want to start up. You may also get an answer like I want to create a positive impact on society. That's the reason why I want to start my own startup. Or you may also say that I want to make a difference. Or you may also get an answer like I want to create wealth and provide employment opportunities to the people. And you may also get an answer like I want to work towards fulfilling my own passion. When doing a job, you will not fulfill your own passion many a times, but if you want to fulfill your own passion, you want to start a startup. That's the reason. So I would suggest if any of these answers are there in your list of questions, go ahead and go for startup. See why I'm saying this. In a startup, I would say there are two successful qualities which we have found in successful entrepreneurs. One is a passion, and second is a resilience. Passion is something which will keep an entrepreneur drive through their journey even in their downtime. Normally, in a startup journey, you will never find a smooth road. You will always have a bumpy ride. You will have ups and downs. If you have a passion to contribute in a particular sector, then that passion will drive you through that downfall normally. And resilience is mainly an ability of a person to bounce back after multiple setbacks. So if you have these two qualities, I would suggest you should go for a startup. However, if you feel that you have not made up your mind and still you are very confused, so my advice to all those youngsters who are not very sure whether they should start a startup or not, kindly take these five tips from me. One is, don't worry about starting motivation even if you don't know whether you are passionate about a particular sector or not. Just curiosity is enough at the beginning. If you are curious about particular sector or a problem, then you should don't not worry about starting motivation. Find some people with whom you can share your ideas and plans about that particular curiosity. Gain some knowledge about building a startup. So I would suggest that if you are not very sure, still try and explore, learn basics about startup, various stages about startups, the life cycle of a startup, what else it will involve if you start your own startup. So just try and gain knowledge about it. Try and turn your ideas into a side projects, not a full-time no full-time project, but side projects, and then launch them depending on your curiosity. And then if you enjoy this process of launching these projects and trying to understand customer behavior and then trying to understand their need and trying to understand whether what you have developed is useful to them or not, and if you enjoy this process, then I would say make a jump, make a commitment, and go on for a startup for a full time. So I hope this lecture would have given you many answer to your own question that whether you should start your own startup or not. So I would suggest you to please go on and conduct this activity for your own self. And if your heart gives you the answers which are suggested, go for startup. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.